Would you please respect your opponent?
Mm-hmm.
Will you? Because you favor the power rating's way off. Way off.
Yeah.
Always follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Carolina will get the winner of the playing game between Wagner and Howard. Howard is 3.5 point favorites here, Paulie. I heard Adam Burke on this network, who does a great job, VSiN.com, and on shows as well. He made the case for Howard earlier. Likes him. Good offense, yeah.
Wagner's a great story. I know they were, the 6th seed and won their conference tournament. As, again, we lost so many 1 seeds. Shame on all these leagues. But they had 7 guys. I mean, there were times where they couldn't practice. They were losing guys left and right. So they get it done and shocked the world and got hot at the right time, too. But there was just, between injuries and all this other stuff, they were worried about, can we put 6 guys on the floor at a given time? And here they are in the tournament dancing on the big stage with one of the games. So good for them and good for Howard to get in.
Yep.
Other than that, I can't give you much.
Yeah, I love the 8-9 matchup, even though Michigan State, again, to be on this number here, the 9 line is a joke.
They shouldn't be in the tournament, so I guess they'll win now.
Probably. That's the thing, right? And that, I hope, does not happen because I think Mississippi State's Final Four good.
Wow.
I think that they are really, really good. Jans is an awesome coach. They have good playmakers overall on that team. Solid in that league, had some impressive wins.
Not to mention what happened Friday. No doubt.
Oh, man, was that impressive.
Yes.
So they're a 1-point dog here against Michigan State. Ken Pom, same thing, has it a 67-66 game. This is the early game now on Thursday. I'd say what a banger to begin the tournament here.
Yep.
But this, Tom Izzo, when they had something on ESPN last night, I think, when he's the lower-seeded team, he dominates. It's like clockwork.
Yeah.
I also think that we've reached the point, though, where Tom Izzo is completely overrated.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's just like, can you be a 1-2 seed once in a while? Or are you going to be a fringe tournament team and then turn it on and somehow make a deep run? I don't know. I don't get it with this guy anymore. It's been 25 years. Bill Self's never been below a 4 seed. Ever.
Well,
at
okay,
Kansas.
but that's fair. Yeah, but look at all the Final Fours, though. But, yeah, recency, okay. What's happened in the last couple of years, okay. But the guy's, it's incredible. He's one of the greatest of all time, what he's done with all the Final Four appearances.
I'm just saying, like, to be like in the seed range, it happens far too often for the guy.
Yeah, okay.
So they'll get the winner of they'll get North Carolina, assuming we don't get a 16-1 this year. The 5-12, we referenced this earlier, St. Mary's against Grand Canyon. Now, this is the typical 5-12 matchup, Paulie, where it feels to me like there are going to be, the public will be on a bunch of these 12s, including this one here. Aren't you going to hear just, Grand Canyon, great story, awesome, had a ton of wins this year.
A little bit. More so in James Madison, Wisconsin.
For sure, that's number 1.
Yeah, but that's this will be a big one, though, with the 5-12, and unfortunate they're playing one another. I love the St. Mary's bigs down low. And Grand Canyon had a hell of a year. No doubt about it. And to beat San Diego State in the non-conference, that'll tell you that these guys can play. And they gave Gonzaga, I think that was they gave Gonzaga a game, and that was tight in the second half, too, last year. So I'm with you with Grand Canyon. Good luck on your ticket.
Well,
lot of respect, though, for them. I mean, St. Mary's a good team.
Oh, very good.
I mean, for St. Mary's only to be 5, that's a little surprising.
In fact, I was hoping that it would be, this is a pipe dream, I was hoping they'd be like 3, and that I could just pound St. Mary's at that point. But I don't know, maybe there's going to be an in-play opportunity here where maybe Grand Canyon can jump out to some sort of a lead and then just, for me anyway, personally get involved with St. Mary's. Alabama gets Charleston. Alabama again a 4 seed. What are we watching here, folks? Very good offense. Awful defense. So they're laying 9.5. The total opened like around 171. It's already up to 173.
Here we go again. The tournament experience, which I love. That's why I like Florida Atlantic. That's also why I like Charleston. I mean, they were in this position last year, and as I just mentioned, they have the lead with 2 minutes left against the Aztecs in the first round. So, very good team. But again, to your point, you cannot be laying these type of points when you don't defend and guard anybody. How are you going to win by 10 when you can't play defense?
Yeah.
So... And plus, everyone's on the over, too. So can you imagine if it's... Now, that'd be contrasting styles. But if it's St. Mary's, Alabama.
Oh.
But if it's Alabama, Grand Canyon, that's another. You mentioned what happened if it's Illinois, BYU. Well, give me Grand Canyon, Alabama which would be great. But this, you can't be laying this when you don't guard anybody.
Yeah, Ken Palm has this game 93-82, so even more points than what we're seeing right now. But this Alabama plays, that's why I think Alabama, to your point, against St. Mary's would be so fascinating. Alabama gets almost every single team to play their style of basketball, which as a result then is why you're getting these 195 games so often. We'll see if Charleston can hang in there, and I think they probably can, just because I have no faith in this Bama team to make a deep run this year. This is interesting. When the 6-11 matchup was announced last night, my phone was blowing up with opinions, strong opinions on both sides. Immediate reaction from people saying, I love Clemson or I love New Mexico. So New Mexico now, this 11 seed here, a 2.5-point favorite now over Clemson.
Oh, again, I don't like to play the teams that just won their conference tournament. So then you're talking about short turnaround, and then you got to get ready again. Now, what are you going to win 5, 6, 7 in a row? Right? So that's NC State, that's Oregon, that's New Mexico, that's Illinois. Now what happens where you saw the Kemba Walker team and a team that just keeps it going and stays on that roll. But I'm not high on this Clemson team, but New Mexico was great. They were unbelievable out here, what they did. And to go double-digit win, and then beat the Aztecs. But where was that team in February? What happened to you? That's too much. And I love the big guys down low, but there's too much, especially House. I mean, boy, are we old. That's Eddie House's kid.
Yeah.
But boy, it's you can't. They were inconsistent this year. But if I get their A game, yeah, they're going to win. So here's you got an 11 seed favorite and taking money.
That's the New Mexico team that we saw in January.
Yeah, that beat Nevada by 40.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
The 3-14 matchup, Baylor against Colgate. Well, again, you brought up tournament experience, right?
Well, I know, but here's the thing. I think they're a good team and a good program, but they're always stuck in this lousy seed. So, and then you're playing one of the big boys, right? So, but it's got to be first half. If you want anything to do with Colgate, it's first half. And again, not the best Colgate team we've seen the last few years, and very concerned with what happened in that semifinal game at home when they were down 15. Shouldn't have happened. So Colgate first half if you want to do anything with it.
So right now Baylor's laying 13.5. I will give you this good nugget here from Steve Mackin VSiN.com. In the last 10 NCAA tournaments, first-round favorites of 13.5 points or more have only had one winning ATS season. That was in 2012. In that span, the record is 82-9 straight up, but 39, 50, and 1 ATS. That's only 43.8%. Last year, these teams were 2-5 ATS. Arizona and Purdue lost outright. That's what you have in that game with a 3-14. The 7-10 is really good. Nevada and Dayton.
This is the worst job by the committee. I don't know if Dayton should have made the tournament. 7 seed? Oh,
that's way too high.
This is terrible.
That said, I think this is a really good game.
Yep, I might have to actually go with Nevada in this one. I mean, Dayton was ranked for much of the year. I don't understand it. They were all smoke and mirrors to me. And then certainly how they played down the stretch was bad and getting bounced in the first round of the A-10 tournament. So I like this, too, that Nevada's got the bulletin board material, right? Oh, no respect, huh? We were right there competing for a good league that got 6 bids, and we're a 10 seed? Okay. So I don't want any part of Dayton. They've been lousy for a month and a half. That a 7 seed's a joke.
I don't disagree. The 215 is, I don't know, this is really, really cool in my opinion because Arizona gets Long Beach State. It's got a super high total. Arizona is laying a massive number in this game. The story with Long Beach State, though, is that the school and Dan Monson, the head coach, mutually agreed to part ways before their conference tournament. Oh, here you go. He goes on to win the whole thing.
Yep.
So they're still coaching.
Which wasn't impossible, as they were a 4 seed.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
So they're catching 20 in this game. The total's already moved, 2.5? I saw 150.5 right away. It's up to 161.
5 bid thieves, the Temple story, and a school fires their coach and he takes them to the tournament.
Of course.
Yep. I think Lloyd is. You think about Izzo? Well, Lloyd's overrated. This guy. What can you draw up out of a timeout, and can you get a good look, especially when you have size down low? That was pathetic against Oregon. That was pathetic last year against Princeton, losing in a 2-15. I don't like Lloyd. I don't like Arizona. They should be able to take out Long Beach here. And I like how their bracket opens up, though. But this is just a little bit like Florida Atlantic here. Would you please respect your opponent? Mm-hmm. Because you favor the power ratings way off. Way off. Because they were laying double digits against Oregon and blew it.
And to expand a little bit here more on Izzo again, I think because he gets like the 7, 8, 9 seed a lot, like far too often for me. Also, the Big Ten stinks every single year. You should be able to dominate that conference, and they don't. So it's disappointing to me.